The sun rose softly over the school courtyard, painting the ground with gold. Ravi sat on a stone bench, eyes heavy with worry. His thoughts ran wild, chasing one another like restless birds. His teacher noticed and asked gently, "Why so restless, Ravi?" He sighed. "Sir, I can't focus. My mind won't listen." The teacher smiled and said, "Then come, let's walk a little. I'll show you something." Ravi tried again that evening to study, but his mind slipped away every few minutes. His phone buzzed, a message blinked, and suddenly an hour was gone. He told himself he would focus after a short break. Yet another video appeared, another distraction whispered. Books stayed open, but his thoughts drifted to games, to friends, to dreams of success that never came closer. Each night he promised to change, and each morning he broke that promise. His friends completed projects, earned praise, moved ahead. He smiled on the outside but felt small inside, as if everyone else had found a rhythm he could not hear. He began to believe something was wrong with him. That discipline was a gift others were born with. The harder he tried to control his thoughts, the more they ran wild. Sitting in silence one afternoon, he murmured, "Maybe my mind just won't listen." The teacher, hearing his struggle, decided to show him a lesson instead of just words. The teacher looked at Ravi with calm eyes and said, "Your mind is like a wild horse, strong and full of energy. If you can't guide it, it will throw you off every time." Ravi frowned, unsure what that meant. The teacher continued, "Most people think discipline is a cage. It isn't. It's the training of that horse inside you." Ravi listened, half curious, half doubtful. He wanted to believe that his thoughts could be tamed, but part of him feared it was impossible. The teacher smiled, sensing his hesitation. "You don't need to fight your mind," he said softly. "You need to teach it how to walk with you." Ravi tilted his head, puzzled but interested. The teacher turned toward the stable nearby and said, "Come with me. Let me show you something." The teacher led Ravi to a small stable behind the school. The air smelled of hay and dust. Inside, a brown horse stamped its hooves and pulled hard at the rope tied to its post. It neighed sharply, muscles tight, eyes wide with energy. The teacher pointed and said, "Look at this animal, powerful, fast, full of life, but useless without control. It can run miles, yet right now it goes nowhere." Ravi watched as the horse fought against its own strength, trapped by its impatience. Then the teacher guided him to another stall where a white horse stood calmly. Its eyes were steady, its breath slow. The teacher touched its neck and said, "Same strength, but guided. The wild one wastes power. This one channels it." Ravi stood silent, feeling the meaning sink in. His thoughts were that first horse, strong but scattered. He looked at the calm horse again and whispered, "I understand." That day, he decided to start training his mind through small, steady acts of control. The next morning, Ravi woke before sunrise and sat at his desk. He promised himself 20 minutes of study before touching his phone. 5 minutes in, his eyes drifted toward the screen. His hand moved without thinking. He stopped, took a breath, and pulled back the reins of his own impulse. The next day, he tried again. Some days, he managed 10 minutes. Some only 5. Each failure made him sigh, but he kept returning. The teacher's voice echoed in his mind. "Each time you pull the reins, your mind learns." Slowly, the habit began to form. The noise in his head grew quieter. He could read longer, think deeper, breathe easier. Neuroscience shows that repetition rewires the brain's control center, and Ravi felt that truth within himself. For the first time, he sensed calm rising where chaos once lived. Yet even as progress came, a harder test waited ahead. The day of the group exam arrived, and the room buzzed with quiet tension. Papers rustled, pens scratched, and the ticking clock filled the air. Ravi sat near the back, calm at first until he noticed whispers around him. A few classmates glanced at hidden notes, passing answers under the desk. His heart raced. A voice inside whispered, "Join them. No one will know." His hand trembled. The thought felt tempting, Easy. Safe. Then another voice rose, steadier and stronger. I controlled my mind. He gripped his pencil, breathed slowly, and focused only on his paper. Each question felt heavier, but his calm grew firmer. He wrote, slowly, carefully, honestly. When he finished, others smiled with false relief, but Ravi felt a quiet pride. He had stayed in control when it mattered most. Days later, when results came, his score told a story. His teacher already knew real growth within. When Ravi saw his marks, he smiled, but not because of the number. He felt proud of his calm, of the silence inside him where fear used to live. He met his teacher in the courtyard and said, Sir, I finally did it. The teacher nodded with warmth. The wild horse has learned to trust you, he said. Ravi understood discipline was not about control, but friendship with his own mind. The teacher added softly, he who tames his mind rides his destiny. That truth stayed with Ravi, spreading beyond studies into every choice and moment that would follow. Begin with one simple habit. Dedicate 15 minutes each day to focused work without any distractions. When your thoughts drift, gently guide them back, just as you would redirect a young horse. This is the real practice of discipline. Finally, celebrate your effort, not just the outcome, because consistency builds strength over time. These small steps, repeated daily, lay the foundation for control, calm, and lasting growth in every part of your life. For the next 7 days, notice one moment each day when you controlled your mind instead of your phone. Write it down and feel the small power grow. Tomorrow, discover the story of the candle that burned for others and found its light.